In just 3 weeks, this Universal attraction is closing forever. Fast and Furious Supercharged will finally shut its doors on August 16th, a little bit sooner than Universal originally planned to close this attraction. They originally actually stated that it will be shutting down next year, and for one reason or another, they're closing it earlier than expected. Now, this might just be a cost-cutting measure. This might just be, a number of things happening behind the scenes that Universal is not telling us. And you know what? It's had a very interesting legacy. On August 26, 2015, Fast and Furious Supercharged was announced for Florida, and fans wasted no time in voicing their opinion. They were hoping that something a lot more worthy would be the replacement for two iconic attractions here. It, of course, replaced Beetlejuice Graveyard Review, a show that I actually never got a chance to see when it was here, and then of Disaster, a major motion picture starring you, which I actually quite enjoyed that ride. I think that ride was great and really dug into the whole studio-esque feel of the park. You don't get a lot of attractions like that anymore here, so I do miss that. Fast and Furious is kind of held in the same light as Jimmy Fallon. Not a lot of people like that attraction. I am very excited for Hollywood Drift to come in the near future. A worthy replacement, and I'm okay now with that existing and them shutting down Supercharged. Not only that, it also has been closing at 6 p.m. on most days. So not a lot of people getting a chance to ride this attraction. That could also be just, so they don't have to pay their workers that extra few hours to stay open until the park is closed. Having an attraction that closes before the park does is not good. And I think anything else in that place that draws in a lot more people would be a much better fit. I've noticed that most people will walk on by, not even know what it is, on their way to maybe Potter or the back of the park. So I think anything could be a worthy replacement here in San Francisco, here at Universal Studios. I don't think we really need another roller coaster. We have Hollywood Drift coming along. We also have The Mummy not too far away from where Supercharged sits. So maybe another dark ride in that area, hopefully less screen heavy. Jaws, unfortunately, is gone. I would love another Jaws attraction, but unless we can get a revitalization of the franchise, which I don't think will happen anytime soon, Jaws is out of the cards. It's gotta be a franchise that is up to date and modern, up to the current day standards. Back to the Future, we would probably need another movie or two to kickstart another attraction here. And it was expected that they would be closing down Supercharged, having the coaster coming next year, the coaster on the horizon. They are installing track left and right. Before you know it, it will be ready to open. So it was inevitable that they would be shutting down Supercharged. It already closed out in Hollywood. I rode it out west, actually. Over there, I think the attraction worked a lot better because it wasn't a standalone thing, right? It was part of the studio tour, which I love. I understand why they shut it down over there. They are also getting Hollywood Drift. When they closed it over there, I think everyone expected them to close it here. It was a matter of when. Now that Supercharged is closing, we did ride it. Not once, but twice, to say we've done it at least one more time in case we don't make it back out to ride it again before it is closed and gone for good. Unfortunately, its last day is actually going to be during the pass holder appreciation nights. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a slot, so we will not be here with the fans. I don't know if we're going to come early that day to ride it one last time or what, but we will not be here with the closing rush, unfortunately. So we did do it today just to get it out of the way, and I documented it. I filmed the entire ride start to end, including the 2 pre-shows. The team members definitely make this attraction what it is. Without the team members, I don't think people would care about this ride in the slightest. The pre-show, along with the queue with all the cars, hands down the best part of the experience. However, I will mention, they did remove a couple of the cars from the main showroom right when you walk in. And the second room that has, I don't know the names of these cars, I apologize, but the big semi-looking truck got moved to where the other cars were. They got removed entirely in the main showroom, which I thought is very interesting. They might have added some more queue space, I don't know. Something too is that the past couple of years they have been using that area for horror nights. And as far as I know, it is going to be a house again this year, even though it'll be after the attraction closes. So that is interesting. Even after the attraction closes, they might remove the cars. And then, going through the line, I really wanted to appreciate and document everything that I could. So we took a lot of videos of some Easter eggs that I don't think I've noticed before, or at least maybe I've noticed, read online, but I've never stopped to appreciate them. So if you didn't know, the single rider line actually has some Easter eggs that the standby line does not. Inside of the single rider line, there is a bunch of car keys and some slips. Well, if you look at the slips and the car keys, there are some Easter eggs to other attractions here at Universal Studios. You got one for Earthquake, you got one for Back to the Future, and then you also got a keychain that looks sort of like a dragon, which I don't know if it's true or not. I'm going to tell myself it is, but it could possibly be an Easter egg or reference to dueling dragons. Food for thought. I just wanted to bring this up. Some cool little Easter eggs that you can only see in the single rider line. Now, the single rider line is not always open, but when it is, there's never a wait. Best AC in the park. I think, if you're coming by yourself, don't care where you sit on the party bus, then I think you might want to take the opportunity to do the single rider line. Just walk right on. You do skip, the main showroom with all the cars and the 2 pre-shows and head straight onto the ride. But if you don't care about any of that, it is definitely a great time-saving move. And then you make your way on to the attraction. Now, fun fact, if you did not know, this ride was supposed to originally be in 3D. I don't know why they decided not to do that. The one in Hollywood, I believe, was in 3D because you used to grab 3D glasses for the King Kong experience on the ride. I'm pretty sure you still do. I'm going to need to ride that again because I haven't been on it in a little bit. I don't think I rode it the last time I was in Hollywood for FanFest nights. I don't think so. But for whatever reason, they did not do 3D on this attraction, which I think is okay. Working 3D attractions, it is sort of a pain on Universal's part, and they do have a lot of them. I just think they wanted to opt out of that type of attraction, that type of ride, and just have people experience it as is. My favorite thing actually about the attraction right off the get-go is that at the beginning of the ride, you are in a parking garage. A fun little Easter egg to Hollywood is that if you look, one of the signs says Jurassic Parking, which is a direct reference and callback to that park. I guess they did not change the video when they brought it out here. The ride does supposedly take place in San Francisco on our version in Florida. Now, I hate getting into rumors. I like talking about things that are happening in the theme park world, but it is hard to not address the elephant in the room. What will be replacing Fast and Furious Supercharged? Or will it just become vacant, another building left over? It is heavily rumored that Back to the Future could be replacing Supercharged. I'm a little doubtful. I would love a Twisters attraction based on the Glen Powell movie that came out a few years ago. Maybe I'm a little biased, but it would be great if they could bring that to the park in Supercharged's location. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear your opinion on what could be the replacement attraction here, or if they'll just leave it vacant, maybe as a space for Halloween Horror Nights. Let me know. Well, that's all she wrote. Thanks for joining us, everyone, for our trip out to the park today. I love getting to make these type of videos. I've been wanting to do this kind of thing since they've, announced that Supercharged would be closing, and we finally did that. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something new. I love getting to make these type of videos to, talk about the things that I love to annoy my friends by talking about, and I love having a platform to do it on here. on our little slice of the internet right over here on this channel. So if you are new around, guys, be sure to subscribe down below. Notifications turned on. We post weekly. And you know what? As always, leave a like on the video for more content in the future. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a great Sunday, and we'll see you in the next one.